So on B, we have w of x equals the quantity of x plus 8 to the third power. So we would need to graph this out, okay? So guys, if this is a third power, we can list out your a, your h, and your k. So a is 1 because we don't see any leading coefficient. H is going to be a -8 and K is going to be 0 because if we don't see anything adding or subtracting, that's what we have. So we can just immediately know your inflection point, which is -8, 0. Okay, so this is 2, 4, 6, 8, -8, 0. And we kind of need like 5 points, so let's pick -7 and plug it in to see what we get. So -7 plus 8, that's going to be 1. 1 to the third is 1. So we're going to go -7 up 1. We're going to go left side, -9. Similarly, we're going to go -9 plus 8. That's going to be -1 to the third is -1. So -9 is -1. Then I want to pick -6. -6 plus 8 is going to be +2. +2 to the third power is going to be 8. So 2, 4, 6, 8. And similarly, we are going to pick -10. -10 plus 8, which is going to be -2. -2 to the third is -8. So here is what we have. Remember, this is supposed to be a snake, right? Because it is a cubic function. So we have a snake going upward. So what is the degree? Remember, the degree is the highest power of your equation. So since this is a cubic, the degree has to be 3. That means the max number of turning points we can have is always 1 less than the degree. Your a value is in the front of the parentheses. Since we don't see any, it is 1. But this one says actual number of turning points. Guys, turning points is whether we have a maximum or a minimum. For a cubic function, there's no turning point. So for the actual number of turning points, we are going to state that it is 0. Okay, now end behavior. This is a new concept. As x is going towards -infinity, so -infinity is to the left side. Okay, so as x is going to the left side, y is going downward. So guys, very important to understand this skill, this concept. So y is reaching -infinity. Now let's go to the next one. As x is going towards +infinity. +infinity, guys, is on the right side, right? Well, as x is going to the right side, y is going up. So that means y is going towards +infinity. X-intercept, we do have one, that's your HK, so that's -8, 0. Now, multiplicity of your x-intercept. So when we see this right here, this is x plus 8 to the third, which is the same thing, guys, if we were to write it out 3 times, right? So x plus 8 times x plus 8 times x plus 8. So there are 3 of those. So multiplicity is 3, or we can just also write, let me go in, or odd multiplicity. Now, y-intercept. It doesn't look like at the moment that it crosses the y-axis, but that doesn't mean it doesn't ever. So let's go and solve for it. Y-intercept, students, is when x equals to 0. So we're going to go y equals 0 plus 8 to the third. Y equals 8 to the third. And can you take a minute to figure out what that is? So I hope you guys had y equals 512, right? And that's why we don't see it on our graph, because our graph only has a 10 by 10 grid. So y-intercept is an order pair 0, 512. Now let's look at the 2 graphs so far. Let's talk about the definition of multiplicity. So we talked about even multiplicity, guys. Okay, so even multiplicity is when it bounces, right, off the x-intercept. Can you guys see that doesn't go through? Now let's look at B. It says odd multiplicity here, multiplicity of 3. is when it runs through the x-axis, okay? So that's why odd multiplicity crosses the x-axis, and even multiplicity, like review A, bounces.